What's my new mission, boss?
I want you to reveal the secret and teach as many as you can.
That means a lot of people's going to be rich.
Yes, it's about time for people to know. Too much poverty.
What do you want me to teach them?
The difference between fast, slow, and slow, fast. Keep in mind, this mission is vital and important.
Got it, boss. The secret in accelerating. Let me teach you the secret in accelerating in network marketing. There's two types of work in this business. One is fast, slow, which means you start off big and end up small. You have big income, then your income starts to get smaller and smaller. And the other one is slow, fast. You start off small, then it becomes exponential and you were able to have your speed and consistency. This is fast is to slow. You have two prospects, then you talk to them, you convince them to join your network marketing business. However, they join is because of the promises you made that you will manage their group and you will put people under them. So what will happen? They won't work and they will let you do all the work. For now, you'll be able to put people under their organization. But the people that you put under their organization, you made the same promises to them. This approach is commonly known as the investor approach. People will just invest and they let you do the work. But when the time comes, you will run out of leads and you will run out of people to put under them. So what will happen? Your system starts to collapse little by little. So you started off big and you end up small. The advantages in fast is to slow is that you will have more signups, meaning more members, you will earn money fast, your group will grow fast, but the disadvantage is that you will have a lot of broken promises, you will have no consistency, and no duplication. And if you have no duplication, your end results, you will have no momentum, you will always be exhausted, and you will never get your financial freedom. Now this is slow is to fast. This is you. You will find two members that will commit and that will work with you and that will attend training so that you can duplicate yourself. When that happens, the two members you got will learn how to get their own two members. And if they do the same process where their members is committed and they go to training and they want to learn more, they will have their own people under them. At first, it's hard to find these quality people, but as your network grows, your momentum starts to grow bigger and bigger. Now the advantages is this: you'll have quality members, you have consistent earnings, and your group will grow strong. The disadvantage is that members comes in slow. You're still trying to find your leaders and you're still trying to develop them. Earnings will come slow because of the duplication part in teaching them how to become a great network marketer. And you will always have the feeling of nothing is happening to your network. But the end result is that you will have a consistent momentum. In the future, you will have a lot of free time and you will eventually achieve your financial freedom. Now, investor approach versus duplication approach. Let's just say per member that gets in through the investor approach is $100 and the duplication approach is $10. Why so little? Well, you'll see my point in the end. In the first month through the investor approach, you got 10 members, so that gives you 1,000. In the duplication approach, in the first month, you have 1 member, that gives you $10. Now in the investor's approach, on the second month, you have 10 new members again, so that's another $1,000. On the second month, you have 2 members, which gives you $20. And why did it become 2? It's because of that 1 member that you got in on the first month, got in a new member, and you also got in a new member. On the third month, the investor approach has 10 new members again, the duplication approach has 4 new members. Repeat the process over and over again. As you look at the duplication approach, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And if you take a look at the 8th month, even if you're just making $10 per member versus the investor's approach, $100 per member, you'll end up making more money through duplication approach. So what happens is now you're starting to pick up your momentum. And if you go down to the 10th month, and if you add up all the total members in the investor's approach, that's 100 new members in 10 months, and the total earnings is $10,000. If you take on the duplication approach, which is slowest to fast, the total members you have is 1,023, and the total earnings you have is 10,230. It's almost equal, but wait until you see if you add your 11th month, 12th month, 13th month, 14th month, and so on. You will see an amazing momentum and you will get a crazy income. What if through the duplication approach is $100 per member? Do the math. Let's just say your prospect leads is 500. Here in the duplication approach, your prospect leads is unlimited. Why do I say it's unlimited? It's because you're duplicating yourself. Meaning you'll never run out of people to talk to as long as your group catches that momentum and your group continues to duplicate. Important things to understand. The key to network marketing is duplication. I'm not saying you can't make any money from fast is to slow. You still make money through the investor's approach, but you will never get your financial freedom. You'll make big money, but you'll never get rich. But if you do the slow is to fast, this is the right way to do network marketing. So while you're accelerating and trying to catch that momentum, you gotta make sure you have good communication with your leaders. Each one of you have to have that understanding that there is no such thing in overnight success. In the duplication approach, you have to be patient, because patient is a virtue. Be patient. Good things will come to those who wait. You can't teach a person karate and expect a person to be a master the next day after. Be patient. And the most important thing of all, never degrade your team. Your team is as strong as is. Just stick together, learn a lot, train with each other, and work as a team. You guys will do a lot of great things together. So believe in your team, love your team, and just enjoy the journey. The journey may not be always good, but victory tastes a lot better if you have a lot of challenges. One of these days, when you and your downlines have achieved your financial freedom and your dreams and goals, you guys will just reminisce and talk about the great journey that you went through together. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to accelerate in your business... Yes, boss, another mission?
I want you to reveal another secret and teach as many as you can again.
Oh my, are you sure the capital is okay with this?
You never ask questions. All you say is yes, upline.
So what do you want me to teach them this time?
3 steps. Keep in mind, this mission is vital and important.
Wow, this will be exciting. The secret in 3 steps. Network marketing business. All you need is just 3 simple steps. Do it consistently, do it every single day, and you will become very successful in this industry. Here is the concept of 3 steps. The first step is training. Strengthen your mind and set your mind towards success. And in training, you'll gain all of the necessary skills for you to become successful. In training, you would learn how to invite. And if you're good in inviting, you have to also be good in follow-up. Actually, you have to be better in your follow-up than inviting people. Because if you're not good in following up people, then you won't be able to follow them up for training. But if you are great in following up your people, then you will be able to follow them up for training. And the cycle repeats itself. They strengthen their mind and set their mind towards success and gain all of the necessary skills, and they would learn how to invite properly, and they will be able to learn how to follow up their people for training. And it just goes round and round until you gain that momentum. That is 3 steps. Step 1. The goal is to always have you and your team members in training. Always edify your training program. Your office or your upline leaders have many trainings. You and your team members should attend as many trainings as possible. Don't enforce your people to go to training. You tell your people to go to training, and all of a sudden, you're not even in training. Lead by example, and they will follow you. Be patient when your team is in training. Duplication is not that easy. When you and all of your team members are in training, all skills will be added to you and your team. Step 2. Invites. The goal is to always be busy with invites every day. Please refer to the Arts of Sponsoring for some tips on how to invite. You should have at least made 5 to 10 calls per day and schedule at least 2 to 3 appointments per day. Step 3. Now the power is in the follow-up. No matter how good you are in inviting people, but if you can't follow them up for training, inviting people is useless. If you're good in inviting, you have to be better in following up your people. The goal is to always follow up every day. Follow up your future potential members. Follow up your current members for training and monitoring, and also follow up your customers. Now, how to be organized in using the 3-step. First of all, create your prospect list. The Arts of Sponsoring can give you some tips in how you arrange your prospect list. Have a calendar so you can write down your appointments and meetings. Also have a to-do list. Your to-do list should look like this. What training will you and your team attend together? Who will be attending? Members to follow up for trainings and or meetings, potential prospects to follow up for trainings and or meetings, customers to follow up for questions and or repurchases, and prospects to call and schedule appointments. All of these are the basic to do when you do the 3 steps. Keep your to-do list. Do not throw it away. You would want to keep a record of yourself if you're really executing and achieving your goals. Keep a logbook for you, your members, and your customer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a business. The information you put in your logbook is for you, your members, and your customers for development and growth. The daily log should be like this. Let's start off with you. How many members do you have, customers, and potential members have you follow up today? How many customers are ready for repurchase? How many went to training? How many people confirmed an appointment? How many people have you invited today? How much was your direct selling earnings? Through your network, how much was your compensation? Now this is for your direct downlines or up to your 3rd level downlines. You won't be able to log all of your downlines, but you can log your direct downlines and your key leaders. What trainings they attended? How many times did they go to training? How many people have they invited? How many total members they have? How many customers do they have? And how many times did they go to the office? Always bring a notebook so that you could write down notes so that anytime you and your team member goes on training, lead by example. If you write down notes, they will copy and follow you. 3-step is so powerful. When you work your network marketing business and you apply that whatever it takes commitment, make sure your direction is into these 3 simple steps. Training, invite, follow up. Training, invite, follow up. The cycle just goes on and the routine will just be training, invite, follow up. Training, invite, follow up. Training, invite, follow up. So when you do this business, all you need to do is just get into training because all skills will follow and you will learn how to invite. You would also learn how to follow up so that you can follow up your future member for training and the cycle goes on and on. So make sure you apply 3-step.
Mr. Success, where are you?
What now, boss? Another mission?
Yes, I want you to expose the secrets in unlimited leads.
Whoa!
Yes, yes, and yes.
Network marketers will never run out of leads.
Networkers needs to know and understand leads never runs out.
The secret in unlimited leads. Network marketing is that even if your prospect denies the opportunity, they can still refer you to their people as long as you don't give them an attitude and as long as you don't fight with them like,
if you don't join my opportunity, we won't be friends anymore.
Keep in mind, they did not reject you, but they just reject the opportunity. If they're your friends, they will help you out with referrals. The same thing with customers. If your customers did not like the product, that doesn't mean that their friends wouldn't like the product either. So as long as you stay friendly, they will help you with referrals. Now here are some tips in getting unlimited referrals. Number 1. Always introduce the business first. Keep in mind, you're a network marketer, so the more leverage you have, the more healthier and better your network's gonna grow. Number 2. Never enforce the business opportunity. If you sense that whatever you do and whatever you say, they're not gonna join your business, transition them. Instead of them becoming a business partner, let them be a customer instead. They might love the products that you're gonna show them. Number 3, never settle for 0. If your prospects don't want the opportunity, then convert them to become a customers. You have to stand your ground. It's either they choose to be a business partner or a customer. And if they don't want to be a customer, this is where number 4 comes into play. Still squeeze out and get referrals. If they don't want to be a prospect or a customer, let them be your lead giver. Now, as a lead giver, these lead givers can give you 5 to 10 referrals. Number 5, when someone joins, Now here's an exciting part when a referral decides to join your business. When your lead givers gives a referral and those referral decides to join the opportunity, let your lead giver know.
Hey brother, you know the referral that you gave me? He wants to join. I'm gonna give you a chance. If you join, I will put him under you.
Let me ask you this question. Would you think the lead giver would think twice? Of course he will. The possibility is that he will join because he's gonna think, hey, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Now isn't that amazing? Now here is the second example. Your lead giver gave a referral. They don't want the business, they don't want to be a customer, but you are friendly and he's willing to help you with referrals. And the same thing happened with his referral. Doesn't want the business, doesn't want to be a customer, but because you are friendly, he's gonna help you out with referrals again. And the same process repeats itself and didn't want to, but because you were friendly, he will help you with referrals. And good news, this person right here loves the concept, is interested in the business, and is going to become a member. What you will do, you will let this person know, tell him that,
hey, your friend is interested, he wants to join. If you join, I'll put him under you.
and if this person wants to join, contact this person. Tell him,
Hey, guess what? The referrals you gave me, there is 2 people that wants to join. If you join before them, I'll put them under you.
and if he confirms he wants to join, let this person know as well.
Guess what? I got great news for you. The referral you just gave me, there's 3 people that wants to become a member. Are you in or are you out?
And once they confirm, I will go back to my lead giver and tell him,
Hey, guess what? I got great news for you. The referral that you gave me, there is 4 people that wants to become a member. If you join in before them, I'll put these 4 under you.
the possibility is that everybody that rejected your opportunity but helped you out through referrals will eventually become your business partner. Here's a third example. Let's say your lead giver gave you a referral. They didn't want the business, they didn't want the products, but because he thought you were nice, he helped you out with a referral. Not knowing the person that he referred to you was very influential. You got to convince this person. He talked to his friends and families right away, and because he was influential, he got to confirm that 10 people under his organization is gonna join. So what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna call the person that gave me that referral and give him a chance, and call my lead giver and give him a chance as well. Number 6, once you've confirmed that these people would want to join, you call all of your leads and your lead givers. For what? For positioning. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be very careful in doing these positioning, because if you position these people wrong, you will end up having a lot of displeased member. The rule of thumb is whoever gave the referral, that's the person that's going to be the upline, not the other way around. Number 7, here are the scripts you can use to get referrals.
Bro, I was really looking forward in doing business with you. Unfortunately, you're not interested. You know, the only people that can help us achieve our dreams in this world is you and me. Help me become successful in this business, and someday, when you need my help, I'll be there for you. So is it possible you could help me out with referrals and give me at least 5 to 10 numbers right now?
Number 8, keep constant communication with your lead givers. Follow up for more leads. For example,
Hey sister, you know the 10 referrals you gave me? Guess what? No one was interested in the business or products. Can you help me out and give me more referrals? Please?
Number 9, treat and reward your lead givers. When you make money someday, or when you have achieved your financial freedom, treat them out for dinner, or maybe give them a gift like a brand new iPhone, or maybe travel somewhere around the world. Believe me, rewarding your lead givers will give you great dividends. Number 10, get all your downline's prospect list. Get a copy of their prospect list. But here's one thing you must never do. You do not call their prospect list when they are still doing the business. When do you use this prospect list? When your downlines decide that networking is too much for them, then you could ask them,
Hey friend, I know you have decided not to continue your network marketing business, but is it okay for you that I call these people in your prospect list, and that if someone joins, I promise them to put them under your organization? How does that sound like?
what do you think your downlines would say? Of course, they will be happy. They will say, go on right ahead. And when the time comes when someone joins and you put them under their organization, what do you think would happen? If you let your inactive downlines know that, it might put back energy in him, and he might be excited about the business again. Isn't that amazing? With these 10 tips, you will never run out of people to talk to. So it's impossible for you to run out of people to talk to. Here's another analogy. Let's say in your circle of influence, you know 100 people. Let me ask you a question. Is it possible that this 100 people that you have in your circle of influence also knows 100? Of course. So if you multiply 100 times 100, that's 10,000. Your first wave of your circle of influence is 100, and your second wave is 10,000. Let me ask you another question. Do you think it's possible that this 10,000 also know 100 people? Of course. So your third wave of your circle of influence is 1 million. And if this 1 million also knows 100 people as well, the fourth wave of your circle of influence is 100 million. We don't even need to go as far as the fourth wave. If you look at your second wave of your circle of influence, that's already 10,000 people that you can possibly talk to. So it's impossible for you to run out of people to talk to if you're doing this business right. So getting these unlimited leads, this is your gas, this is your fuel, this is your ammunition. You will never run out of them. And the book that I highly recommend that can help you out very tremendously in getting referrals is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Read the book now. Buy it. This is going to be one of the best investment you are ever going to make. And
Mr. Success, where are you?
let me guess, another mission.
This time, I want you to expose the secret in keeping.
Whoa, are you serious?
Yes, yes, and yes again.
With this, a lot of network marketers will last.
It's about time networkers understand how to keep their people.
The secret in keeping. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing you need to understand in network marketing is that this is a people business. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if this is a people business, you have to know the needs of a person. Now, what is a needs of a person? Everybody needs money because this is their livelihood. Everybody needs food to eat, water and drinks to hydrate them. People needs recognition and appreciation. People also needs the sense of belonging. They need to feel that they're welcome. They need someone to listen to them. And they need a friend. And not just a friend, they also need family. Now in network marketing, the compensation plan provides this. Now you as a network marketer has to provide all of this. And how can you provide all of these needs to your team? Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. You have to create your own team day. And this is the team day formula. Keep in mind, you as a network marketer, you are both father and mother to your downlines, to your network, to your team. So you protect your network like a father and guide your network like a mother. So you have to love your team, believe in your team, and have patience with your team. When you conduct a team day, you conduct it every once a week. In team day, this is where your team becomes solid because this is where the rapport begins, and it's not just between you and your downlines, but it's between you, your downlines, and your whole team. So your downline will get to know each other and will create that bond that will keep your team. So the first thing to do in your team day is to introduce new members. When you introduce your new member, let them speak in front of the crowd. Give them their name, their age, and their status. And why did they decide to join network marketing? The next step, in a team day, you would want to monitor your previous team production. Now, how do you do this? This is where you gather everyone's to-do list. This is the reason why I stated in my previous videos, do not throw your to-do list because you can use them for monitoring, not just you, but to monitor your team's growth and development. And once you have determined through your observation what your people needs, like for instance, your observation was a lot of my members is not getting to sell that much products. So you would want to conduct your special trainings on what your team needs. If your team needs a little time management training, then you must conduct that special training. After the special training, you would want to have your leaders to share some of their experience in the related topic. If you have uplines or other successful crosslines or mentors that's willing to share some of their experience and knowledge in the related topics, that would be fantastic. And after the special training and after the sharing, you would want to conduct a goal setting to apply what they have learned. So whatever you teach in your special training, that's what you're gonna set your goal for next week for them to execute. Of course, the basic goal setting of sponsor and sales is given in any goal setting, but the important part of your weekly goal setting is what you have taught them in your special training. They must be successful in executing what you have taught them. And to help them be motivated after the goal setting, give them weekly incentives. It doesn't have to be something big. It could either be a leader's dinner night or a leader's lunch out. Now, once a month in your team day, you must give recognition. This is very important. If you could give recognition and reward others for their efforts, this will give you great dividends in your network marketing business. And one of the reasons why you need a monthly recognition day is gonna take a long time for your member to be recognized by the company, because there's a lot of members that's trying to hit top 10, top 20, top 30. So to your downlines, it's almost impossible to be recognized by the company. So if the company gives recognition, you yourself have to give recognition to your top 3 best network marketers, or your top 5 or top 10. Start off with top 3 for now if your group is small. If you can't afford a nice looking trophy like this, or maybe a plaque, a simple customized pin that they can attach in their collar will do great. But if you still can't afford a pin, just print out a certificate of recognition. You could get a lot of templates online through Google if you want a certificate of recognition. But if you want to make your own customized certificate of recognition, exert the extra effort. Any one of this is fine. The most important thing that a human person needs is to be recognized for their hard work and efforts. If you want great momentum in your network, you have to learn how to give monthly incentives. If the company gives out incentives, you yourself have to give out incentives towards your team. And the reason being is because your downlines will also feel that it's impossible to reach those incentives. So while they're trying to reach those incentives, you have small incentives for the meantime to offer your team so that they don't get impatient. One of these days, when you become a multi-millionaire in network marketing, have your own group travel incentive. Or maybe yet, have an incentive to give out a brand new BMW or a brand new Mercedes-Benz. Before the agenda of your team day ends, you have to give out group updates. Now, what is these group updates? This is where you would tell them the next date for the next team day or meeting and any other important information your group needs to know. You would also want to give them company updates. If there's any price increase with the products, anything important that your downlines need to know about the company, this is the perfect time to tell them. And after you're done with all of that, this is where the party begins. This is where all the chit chat happens, all the motivating, all the sharing, all the inspirational talk with your team members. This is where they will get to know each other. This is where they would also get to share their experience and their tough time, and that they're not alone in doing this business. And this is where they would bond. This is where they would get that rapport. This is where they would feel at home. They would feel family, and this is where they would feel awesomely great. The secrets in keeping is that you have to know how to win friends and influence people. That's why I recommend this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Read the book now. It's gonna give you great dividends. So in a nutshell, here is the team day formula. At the beginning of your team day, introduce new members. Then you would follow on with monitor previous team production. After that, conduct your special training. After the special training, let your uplines, your crosslines share their experience and knowledge in the related topic of your special training. After the special training and sharing is done, you would want a goal set for next week. Focus on setting goals on the topic of your special training so that you can help them apply what they have learned through your special training. And to help them get motivated with the application and execution, give them a weekly incentives for that. You should always have a monthly recognition and have monthly incentives for your top performers. Give the group updates and give the company updates. And lastly, what everybody wants. This is where the party begins. Ladies and gentlemen, just a little reminder, if you're conducting a team day, you should not shoulder all of the expenses. Or if your upline is conducting a team day, he or she should not shoulder all the expenses. Now for the upline leaders that wants to give out incentives, make sure your incentives has requirements for your team members to hit. And make sure you're not overspending the money you make through your network marketing business just to give out incentives. For the team members that's attending a team day, at least contribute either food or water. The party should be a potluck party, and I hope everyone understands that. For the new members, it's not necessary for you to contribute at this time. But if you start to make money and if you have it in your heart to contribute, please do, because that's what a true leaders do. Leaders have initiative. If you conduct a successful weekly team day, this will get you excited. And the reason why, you will see a lot of people hanging on to their business. And the reason for that is because you're fulfilling the needs of your people. Apply the team day right and do it consistent, and sooner or later, you will understand what it takes to keep a team. And
Mr. Success,
I know.
this will be the last secret we'll give out for now.
What secret will we reveal this time?
The secret in teamwork.
This will be intense.
A network with no teamwork is no network at all.
The secret in teamwork. Ladies and gentlemen, to understand teamwork, you have to understand that our character is developed by our daily habits. And our daily habits will determine our success. And our success is a combined collective individual team effort. So if this is your individual competency and this is others' individual competency, combine them together. That is teamwork. So before you can be an asset to your team, you have to be competent. This video training will go over the secrets in being a great team player. Number 1, you have to learn before you earn. You have to learn and master the business and know the role of a network marketer so you could become an asset. The second, basketball. If you're a point guard and you don't know how to dribble, do you think you will be an asset to your team? Of course not. You have to know your role. You have to master your role so you could become an asset in your team. Number 2, always aim high so that if you miss, you're still up there. Do you know, in the long run, you hit what you aim at. So aim high. The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it. Number 3, avoid dream stealers. Avoid people that's gonna tell you, you know what, you don't need to learn network marketing. You know what, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do this. You won't become successful in what you're doing. Believe me, listen to me. Do not listen to those people. Avoid the dream stealers. Number 4, be proactive and have initiative. Other people, they say, I am proactive and I do have initiative. But there's another side to that. How can you be proactive and how can you have the initiative if you don't know your role? So the important part of being proactive and having the initiative is knowing one's role. So if you know the role of a network marketer and you soak yourself into training and you have the skill of a network marketer, then you could become proactive and have the initiative. Otherwise, if you don't have the skills and you don't know your role, you will never have the right proactiveness and you would never have the right initiatives. Number 5, always lead by example. Look at this duck. He's showing his fellow brothers and sisters that, hey, we can do it. Check me out. Look, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. You see, lead by example. Remember, we're not a boss. We are a leader. A boss would tell people to do this, to do that. A leader would tell you, let's do this, let's do that. Let's accomplish this. Let's do this together. Let's reach our dreams together. A boss would say, help me reach my dreams. Go to work now. Number 6, be thankful and show gratitude to your team members. Let me give you an example. Let's say you love eating hamburger and you hate eating sardines. I mean, if someone gives you sardines, you will be insulted. But let me give you a scenario. Let's say we were in the zombie apocalypse where there was no hamburger and you haven't eaten anything for 10 days. This stranger came along and offered you a can of sardines. Let me ask you this question. Would you feel insulted that this person gave you a can of sardines? Of course not. You would appreciate it, you would show gratitude to the person, and even if you hate sardines, this sardines is gonna be the most tastiest sardines you have ever eaten. Your downline had a guest, and his guests didn't show up. Be there for them and be their sardines. They will appreciate you more if you show them that you're there for them when they need you the most. So the moral of the story, even if it's just a can of sardines, it could taste even more better than a hamburger because the sardines was there when you needed it the most. Number 7, focus on the goal. Do not focus on the obstacle. Focus on the end results. As long as you have consistent and continue to do this business, you will end up having your financial freedom. Number 8. Get out of your comfort zone. Now, what is a comfort zone? 90% of the population is in their comfort zone. Just like everyone, majority of us just want to have a mediocre life. They just want to survive. They just want to get by, and they're always fearful. That's why they stay in their comfort zone, because they're afraid to venture out and try new stuff. They're always settling for less, and they always think, what if I fail? Get out of this comfort zone. Take that mindset out of just being an average person. Get out of your comfort zone, because out of your comfort zone is where the magic happens. This is where you become fearless and confident. This is where wealth and dreams comes in. This is where certainty and excitement comes, fulfillment and lifestyle, prosperity and security. This is where the sky is the limit, and this is where you get your financial freedom. Number 9, you are always accountable for your team. Your team is the active, committed members you have. You are only accountable and responsible for those team members that you have under your organization that did not give up. As long as they don't give up, you have no right to give up. Now, for the team member that just gave up, you don't have accountability, but you will still have that compassion. Make sure you just follow them up. They just got lost. Show that empathy and don't get emotional because they gave up. Remember, have some understanding. Number 10. Always push on your goal. I love what Jordan Belfort said in The Wolf of Wall Street. He said, I want you to back yourself into a corner. Give yourself no choice but to succeed. Let the consequences of failure become so dire and so unthinkable that you'll have no choice but to do whatever it takes to succeed. Always push on your goals. And the other terms for push is pray until something happens. So in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen, your individual competency and the other's individual competency, combine them together. That's what you call teamwork. So to become an asset and to become a team player, you need to be competent. So learn and develop those skills and improve yourself every single day. And